Good afternoon and welcome to Lariat TV News Today. I'm Kennedy Dendy.
And I'm Carolyn Waterhouse. Thanks for joining us today.
Director of Student Activities Matt Burchett was accused last week by anonymous sources of being a mole and infiltrating 2 sexual assault visuals in 2016, then leaking information to higher administration. There were claims that instead of attending the visuals and showing support to victims, he went there solely to collect information to report back to the school.
Burchett spoke to the Lariat Thursday and denied the accusations, saying his job is to provide guidance and support to help students achieve their goals for the event. He also committed to the students' safety. Baylor spokesman Jason Cook told us the claims are outlandish and unfair to both Burchett and the school, and Burchett's intentions are very clear when he interacts with students. For the full story on that interview with Burchett, visit BaylorLariat.com.
Are you missing the canine in your life? Baylor students had the chance to gather with dogs to get a little love from a few furry friends. LTVN's Melanie Pace tells us more.
For Sandy Whitliff, her dogs are more than just pets. They are some of her best friends.
They don't look at me like there's something wrong with me. Because right now I'm going to have to start doing some physical therapy. I don't walk quite right. And so, but they don't make fun of me. They don't look at me like I'm stupid. They don't look at me like, oh, you're not walking right. And it just makes me feel a little bit more normal.
When hospitalized over the summer for 3 months, Sandy said one of the biggest things she missed was petting dogs.
And there was a while there I was in isolation, so I couldn't have any dog friends come in. I couldn't have anything like that. And I now really can relate to when you guys are all sad, missing your pets at home and stuff like that.
Sandy's therapy dogs relaxed with students tonight in Teal Residence Hall at an event hosted by the American Medical Women's Association. Olivia, a senior from Orlando, Florida, came to the event because she was missing her dog back home.
Oh yeah, no, it's kind of funny. I was actually talking to my mom yesterday about my dog, like, just saying how, oh, I miss Vin, and she's like, oh, that's like perfect. Like, you know, you're missing your puppy. Why don't you just go see, you know, little puppies?
For Lariat TV News, I'm Melanie Pace.
Baylor is getting even more green by removing all plastic straws from its dining halls. The director of campus dining, Sean McMahon, says the plastic straws and stirrers will be phased out first. Environmentalists expect 100 million of these items to be removed from the waste stream in the U.S. Baylor is taking action to make the world a better place by launching a Sip Smarter campaign to educate consumers about why this action is so important. Baylor's Environmental Science Lab coordinator, Doug Nesmith, says plastics break down very slowly and accumulate, ultimately ending up in waterways. Baylor won't be stopping at straws. The university plans on growing their green thumb in the near future.
A man sleeping in the Hooper Schaefer Art Building caused some anxious moments for police and students. This summer, Baylor's police chief was notified of an unknown person in Hooper Schaefer. The unwelcome man had spent the night and was asked to leave the next morning. Police said he was not a resident of Texas or affiliated to Baylor in any way. Since then, the art building has been enforcing stricter lockdown procedures. In the past, not every possible door was locked at night. Now, students need their IDs if they are in the building late at night. Studio art major Claire Gustafson says most art students are more frustrated by tightened security than thankful. She says many of the students' IDs aren't working and it's putting a damper on art students' late night projects.
Trap, neuter, and release. This is the mantra of Baylor's new Campus Cat project. With so many homeless felines roaming around, Baylor partnered with the Pre-Veterinary Medical Association and Waco's Animal Birth Control Clinic to give these furry friends a better life. Executive Director of the clinic, Carrie Kuhl, says ideally a cat will be trapped in the morning, taken in to be neutered that day, will then rest overnight and be released in the morning. In addition to surgery, these animals are provided with rabies vaccines and ear tips, which helps to identify treated cats. Baylor advises students to not adopt the cats as pets, but rather to partner in helping these cats have a healthy and happy future.
A world-famous street artist has popped up right here in downtown Waco.
We've got the details on how and where you can check out this exclusive exhibit when we come back.
It's not just a school to me, it's home.
Everyone's there to help you and to see you succeed.
Challenging.
You're like, I'm here, I can do this.
Friends.
Friendship.
Relationships.
There's people that know you and people that are there for you around every corner.
It's the shared experience.
Rigorous. Growth.
Transformative. Tradition.
Tradition.
Faith.
Faith.
I've loved every second of it. It's family.
It's home.
It's Baylor.
From dealing with the death of pets to taking part in mission trips, everyone at Baylor experienced something unique this summer. Pan-Hellenic sorority Kappa Kappa Gamma held a testimony night to hear women's stories from over the break. And LTVN's Emma Whitaker has the story.
Stories are the most basic way to connect with people. Kappa Ansley Perigo says, Kappa invited all sororities in Baylor Greek life to come and share what God had been doing in their life this summer. Some people's seasons this summer were harder than others.
Going to be there, and even though the winter is long, that the harvest is richer, and what the Lord has planned for your life is so much.
Ansley got to share what she learned as well.
Almost just our own desperation, because when you're in another country that is third world, doesn't know any English, you really don't have anything in common. That's really all that you have left.
Brief snippets in people's lives show us that we all have one thing in common, and that's love. From foster families to third world countries, the stories Wednesday night touched many people's hearts.
Pan-Hellenic sorority Kappa Alpha Theta is hosting their annual 5K to raise money for court-appointed special advocates, or CASA, on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. on Fountain Mall. So far, Theta has raised over half of their desired goal of $20,000. CASA allows volunteer advocates to represent abused or neglected children in the courtroom and provides children a voice in the legal system. Friday night, there will be a free concert from 6:30 to 8 p.m. on Fountain Mall to get students excited for the race. After the run, there will be a silent auction including items from businesses such as Oh My Juice and Barefoot Outfitters.
One Baylor first-year student made an unexpected discovery just a few weeks into her time on campus. Elizabeth Braggs, who had hoped to start a book club of her own, found out about Baylor's multicultural book club and is anticipating an exciting semester of discussion and community. I caught up with Elizabeth about her experience at the book club. For Elizabeth Braggs, a first-year student from River State, Nigeria, joining the Multicultural Affairs Book Club was truly an answered prayer.
After hearing about this book club, I was so excited. And I also remembered my own book I wrote, which is now available on Amazon.com. It's called Strong Woman Still Standing, I'm Still Here. And after receiving this book right here, I'm Still Here, Black Dignity, A World Made for Whiteness by Mrs. Brown, it reminded me of my own book.
The club allows students to gather and read books from a diverse range of viewpoints.
I hope to gain a lot of friendship that will last a long lifetime, rather, and knowledge about different authors.
Elizabeth is not stopping at her latest Strong Woman Still Standing novel, so stay tuned to see what else this talented author has in store.
Actually, I have 4 more books in the works. Yes.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Kennedy Dendy.
Celebrities aren't the only ones getting facelifts. This week, Waco's art scene got a major one. Cultivate 712 in the heart of downtown Waco pulled back the curtain on one of the most famous street artists in the world, Banksy. The England-based anonymous artist's provocative and detailed art elsewhere has been the subject of exaltation and criticism alike. Banksy's art has graced walls in major cities such as New York, London, and Gaza. During the month of September, Banksy's art will be on display at Cultivate 712. That's the Waco-based collective created with the purpose of shining light on the vibrant artistic community of Waco. The exhibition will feature not only Banksy's work, but also 29 pieces by local Waco artists.
Treats and traditions have been the theme of Baylor's Dr. Pepper Hour for more than 65 years. LTVN's Julie Lorenz went to this famous hour on Tuesday and got to experience just how sweet these treats really are.
Some traditions come and go, but here at Baylor, traditions last a lifetime. Since 1953, Dr. Pepper Hour has been a time for students, faculty, and staff to come together and socialize while enjoying a free, refreshing Dr. Pepper float.
Dr. Pepper Hour has kind of been like a mythological thing that I've always heard from my older siblings. And it was really just a great experience to actually get to come and experience it for myself. I like coming to Dr. Pepper Hour because it's a great break from classes, you get to socialize with friends, and the best part is that it's made with Dr. Pepper, which is a fantastic soda.
Dr. Pepper is every Tuesday between 3 and 4 p.m. in the Barfield Drawing Room in the Bill Daniels Student Center.
The reason why I like working here is I like working with people and just seeing a bunch of different people, seeing a bunch of new faces. It's always fresh, never the same thing, so I like it. Some people are actually like, not sad, but they're like, oh, I'm tired. Today wasn't the best day. And then after I give them a cup, they usually are smiling. They're like, thank you. And I just tell them to have a great rest of their day, and hopefully, I know it seems small to have just an 8-ounce cup of ice cream, but to them, it's always more to that. So that just puts a smile on my face.
If you love Dr. Pepper and community, you can join the club. After attending 10 Dr. Pepper events, you are officially a member with access to VIP events, free swag, and most importantly, the glory of having your name on the wall in the Student Union building.
The Lady Bears volleyball team has a big game coming up Friday evening after a pair of losses last weekend.
We've got Sports with Noah coming up right after the break.
It's not just a school to me, it's home.
Home.
Everyone's there to help you and to see you succeed.
Challenging.
Challenging.
Like, I'm here, I can do this.
Friends.
Friendship.
Relationships.
There's people that know you and people that are there for you around every corner.
It's the shared experience. Rigorous.
Growth.
Transformative. Tradition.
Tradition.
Faith.
Faith. I've loved every second of it. It's family.
It's home.
It's Baylor.
Baylor Volleyball has a new outside hitter this semester, and she's eager to make her mark on the court as a Lady Bear. LTVN's Savannah Cooper tells us more.
Meet Baylor Volleyball's newest transfer, Gia Milana, who didn't see Baylor in her future.
I was not planning at all to leave Maryland, so that hit me really hard, and it just allowed me to kind of see what my options were.
After Maryland head coach Steve Arid left unexpectedly, Coach Ryan McGuire reached out to Gia's club coach and made Baylor an option.
I'm so blessed to have this opportunity and be able to play here every day.
Once Milana switched to outside hitter, she fell in love.
Hard adjustment, but it's definitely by far my favorite position, just because you get to do everything, you get to be so active in the sport, you get to touch the ball so many times with passing and attacking, and I love it all.
After Baylor, Milana plans to take her talents abroad.
Overseas, get the best opportunity that I can. That's super important to me. Because I want to one day, open my own business. So it'd be cool to kind of have that overseas experience and allow that to carry over into my business. I really want to open my own cafe, health cafe, restaurant, kind of brunch spot. I feel like that would be super cool, super sweet.
Milana's passion for culinary arts comes from her father.
My dad is an amazing cook, and so is my mom, but my dad really has genuine Sicilian recipes that they're not even recipes. He can take any food in the fridge and put it all together and make it taste just amazing. One thing that I learned from him is how to make like a really good pasta sauce with like garlic, and I have a couple of secret ingredients that I can't tell, but so yeah, I make a really good spaghetti sauce. This is definitely my specialty.
Rather than just listening to music, Milana turns to scripture to center her before every game.
Bible verses before that get me kind of focused, just like stuff like fear not, for I'm with you, and knowing those kinds of things, like I'm complete no matter what. That just really drives me to be confident on the court, because it doesn't matter who's at the game or who I'm playing for. If my family's there, all that matters is that my play is reflecting Jesus.
Reporting for Lariat TV News, I'm Savannah Cooper.
Although the Lady Bears picked up a pair of losses last weekend, Gia and the rest of her team are looking for redemption against number 2 ranked Wisconsin Badgers. The game begins tonight at 7 p.m. in the Farrell Center. Baylor Nation is all in on football fever right now. The Bears are 1-0 and are running with a full head of steam into San Antonio to take on the Roadrunners this Saturday, September 8th.
Redemption is a word that carries a lot of weight, and for the Baylor Bears football team, it's everything this week. Last season, Baylor didn't escape with a win against UTSA, but the Bears have a different look this year, and after a 1-0 start, fans are feeling confident headed into this weekend. Coach Rule feels good about his team, but was adamant about his defense being better this week and playing with an edge.
A lot of guys not really wanting to hit on Tuesday, and what happens in practice happens in the games. I mean, I believe that with all my heart. That touchdown that Marcus caught in the corner, that elite catch, he made the same catch on Tuesday on the same exact play versus the same exact look on Wednesday. So hopefully this week practice we'll see a little bit more edge from defense in terms of our angles and getting guys down.
The game is at 7 on Saturday, September 8th. If you can't make it out to San Antonio, make sure to stay locked in to Lariat TV News for highlights after the game. With Lariat TV News, I'm Noah Torr.
As Beyonce once said, girls run the world. Now what she specifically meant was that Baylor soccer girls run the world. On Sunday, the Lady Bears blew Nebraska out of the water with a 6-0 win, though the score wasn't the only impressive stat from the game. In between the 38th and 39th minute, the Lady Bears scored the fastest consecutive goals in program history, and in just 20 seconds. And goalkeeper Jennifer Want's assist in the 49th minute was the 5th time ever a Baylor goalkeeper had an assist on a goal. This weekend, the Lady Bears head to Tucson, Arizona to take on Arizona State and the University of Arizona on Friday and Saturday. And that's all I have for your sports update.
Thanks for watching Lariat TV News today.
We'll see you next week. Have a great day.